Krishna Deva Bhavana Vande Krishna Deva Bhavana Vande Krishna Deva
Day 67.
Haribol. Okay. Narayan, where's your father? Gurve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadali Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Pranityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer pranams to our Gurudev, Om Vishnupadrinati Swami Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, our Shiksha Guru Sri Gauragovinda Gosai Maharaj Bhaktivedanta, Madhusuru Gaurav Gosai Maharaj, Sri Radha Govinda Ju, all devotees from Guyana, Hare Krishna. So we were hearing last night from I think 6th canto Bhagavatam, when Muchakunda Maharaj asked to Krishna, who are you? And then Krishna said, maybe in the future the scientists may count the grains of dust on the earth, or can count the stars in the sky, but no one can count my names, my forms, my qualities, my pastimes. Krishna said, even I cannot count them. Means unlimited. But still, 3 incarnations are many. These are called para avastha tattva. They are Nrsimhadev, Bhagavan Ramchandra, and Krishna Chandra. These 3 are named. Of course, Bhagavan Nrsimhadev is special because he always protects the devotees. Sarva Bhigamanasi Kalishya Nrsimhadev. Any obstacle, material or spiritual, that is the department of Nrsimhadev. Even though Nrsimhadev came and he fought with Hiranyakasipu, when he came before Prahlad, then we hear Prahlad Maharaj not offered the Lord a glass of water. Prabhu, you are fighting for hundreds of years. Are you thirsty? Do you want a snack? You want a massage? Because Prahlad Maharaj knows, my Prabhu, Bhagavan Nrsimhadev, he have no hunger, no thirst. He is never tired because he has a body of Satchidananda. So no hunger, no thirst, nothing. Also, he is Atmaram. Atmaram means he does not need anything. They say, what gift you give someone who has everything? So, according to the devotee, Bhagavan also manifests. Prahlad is like that. Prahlad is called Jnani Bhakta. But superior to Prahlad are devotees like Hanuman. Hanuman is called Premi Bhakta. Hanuman cannot live without service for 1 second. But Prahlad, he can meditate, he can chant name, but he will not do any direct seva. But Hanuman, 1 second cannot live without seva. Because he is a Premi Bhakta. Means he has so much more feelings of mamata. Mamata means possessiveness. Krishna is mine. Gurudev is mine. So that much we have these feelings, that much we have feeling of seva. No relationship, no lokik sambandhabhat, no intimacy, no affection, then also there will be no seva. So Hanuman, he cannot live without seva, 1 second. One time, the old devotees like Sita, Bharat, Satyugna, Lakshman, Divasan, Angad, all devotees decided Hanuman taking all the seva. If it needs someone to massage, Hanuman is there. Someone to cook, Hanuman is there. Someone to wash the pots, Hanuman is there. Hanuman taking all the seva, we have nothing, no seva left. So they made a plan, we'll divide the self-service between us all. Lakshman said, I will take the right leg. Bharat said, I will take the left leg. Like this, Sita said, I will do this. So all the seva was taken, there was no seva left. Then Hanuman could not live, so he said, at least 1 seva give me. No, all seva is gone. Then who worships Krishna, they become intelligent. Harinam Krishnam Barose Madhu Je Krishna Bhajan Se Kevala Chata. Who worship Krishna become very intelligent. So what's that seva no one took? Like in India when someone yawns, hey, what's this guy? What's his name? You listening? Who are we talking about? Thank you very much. Try and hear, okay? So in India when someone yawns, then they do like this, Ram Ram. They believe if you do that, no ghost will go inside. So Ram Ram. Haribol, they do like that. So Hanuman, he was put outside. So Hanuman said, I will do this seva. When Prabhu yawns, that time, Ram Ram, I will do that. Then they laughed, okay, you can take that seva. So Hanuman was outside, so he don't know when yawn will come to Lord Ram. Maybe now. So he was outside, maybe 1 kilometer distance. And he began Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, day and night, 24 hours. He only had 1 seva, but how much doing nicely. And what happened? Lord Ram was inside, again and again. Ram could not sleep, Ram could not eat, Ram could not drink, Ram could not speak because 24 hours. Such is Hanuman's affection. So all devotees did pranam to Hanuman. Okay, whatever seva you want to do that. So Hanuman is famous for this type of seva briti, we call it, a mood of service. One time, Hanuman, he sees Sita like mother. So in India, when the ladies are married, they put some red sindu here. This is a sign of married woman. So Hanuman, he saw Sita Devi placing this sindur here. He asked, oh mother, what is this? This is called Saubhagyareka. A woman whose husband is not dead, she's called Saubhagavati, a very fortunate woman. So this is called Saubhagyareka. This indicates good fortune. So she said, this will give long life because no wife wants her husband to die early. So this is called Saubhagyareka. And said if wife is also very chaste, of course, not always, but generally wife is very chaste, husband not die. So good wife also considered good fortune. So Sita was explaining, this give long life to Ram. This give happiness, long life. So Hanuman was very impressed. This is very good. So when Sita went, then Hanuman took that red color and he put it on whole body, top to bottom. He thought if this much little red here give long life and happiness to Ram, imagine all this will give what? So much long life, so much happiness. So when Hanuman came inside, Ram Darbar means where Ram is king with Sita on his left. Bharat Satrugna, everyone. This is called Ram Darbar. The government of Ram. Vrindavan also have government. Alabeli Sarkar. They sing. Alabeli Sarkar. Sarkar means government. Radha Krishna's government, Alaveli. Alaveli means very soft, very sweet. Radhika is the queen of Braj. She is Vrindavaneshwari, and Krishna is the moon of Braj. Radha Kanta. So Alaveli Sarkar. Very soft, very sweet government. So when Hanuman entered this Ram Darbar, the whole of Ram, then imagine Hanuman top to bottom red. Everyone began so much laughing. In India they have red monkey, but we never seen any monkey this red. So everyone was laughing, but Ram asked, Prabhu, what's going on, Hanuman? And then Hanuman explained that this little bit of red give good life to Ram, then imagine how much happiness this gives. That's why many times in India you see the Hanuman deity always orange, red, like this. So Ram is considered, of course all incarnations are complete. But still we can say Purna Purnata, Purna Purnata Purnata. Complete, more complete, and most complete. So because the devotees of Ram are high, then like for example Prahlad, then Ram is considered a higher incarnation. Of course we are using language, so we cannot say high or low, but we can say more complete. So Ram is called Mahajara Purushottam. Krishna means unlimited. So there are many ways to enjoy. Like even this world. If we do the same thing every day, we feel bored. So we go on holiday or we go somewhere, then we get some new, some taste comes, some ras. So Ram, he tastes what is called Mahajara Purushottam. He is Mahajara Purushottam. Mahajara means proper behavior. Like you see in Ramayana. If you want to be a perfect wife, be like Sita. If you want to be a perfect brother, then be like Lakshman. If you want to be perfect father, then be like, what's his name? Ram's father, Dasarath Maharaj. So in Ram Leela, everyone gives perfect example. Like Bharat, perfect example of brother, servant. If you want to be a friend like Sugriv. And of course, Ram's own example, so perfect. He gave the strict standard for the Vedic lifestyle. Many times we hear Krishna Lila, we hear Krishna stealing and lying. Maybe some doubt comes. Someone turn that phone. So if we hear Krishna Lila directly, there could be some chance of misunderstanding Krishna. Whose phone is that? So, therefore Krishna's Lila is not for us to follow. Everyone can turn their phones off. Just turn it off, can you? So, There it says Krishna Lila we should not imitate. It said don't imitate even in the mind. If you imitate Krishna's activities in the mind, you will fall down. So we do not follow Krishna, we follow Krishna's devotees. Because Krishna is not for us. His pastimes are not digestible for the average person. Therefore, first it's very advisable to hear Ram Lila. Then you can understand what is the Vedic standard. Like Ram, so ideal. One day, Ram, he would send either himself or different devotees. They would go everywhere to spy on the population. Means everyone following a courtesy. Everyone following Varnashram. So Lakshman, he would also go here and there in the skies to see what the people are doing. Then there was one washerman, one dhobi. His wife had not come home at night. Therefore the washerman was kicking his wife from the home. I cannot be married to you. Without permission, where are you? Maybe you must be with some lover, some other man. I will not keep you in my house. I am not like Ram. His wife was 11 months in the house of another man, but he accepted her back. So when Lakshman heard this, his heart was shaking. He went back to Ram but did not say anything. But Ram could understand Lakshman is disturbed. Oh Lakshman, I order you, tell me what you saw. So then he told them what he saw means. And then Ram could understand if people have doubt of my character, they cannot follow me. And then he told to Lakshman, you take Sita and put her on the other side of the Guyana. Lakshman, his heart was shaking, he did not want to do, but what to do? Lakshman was younger brother, he has to follow the order of Ram. So without explaining anything to Sita why, he said, Devi, we are going the other side of the Ganga. Then Sita thought, on the other side of the Ganga are many sadhus with their wives. I will take some gifts for them. But when they came on the other side, then Lakshman gave her up. You cannot come back to Ayodhya. And Lakshman told the history. Being very strict. In English they say, do as I say, not do as I do. But Ram was not like that. So one's activities and one's instructions should be one. So Ram very strict. Even though Sita had no fault, it said Caesar's wife must be beyond suspicion. So Ram very strict. So he was forced to give up Sita. Therefore, before we hear about Krishna Lila, it said we should hear all first 10 cantos of the Bhagavatam first. Who is Krishna? Who is he? Who is stealing butter? Who is telling lies to the gopis? This is not some ordinary Ram Sham. This is the Supreme Personality of God. So these first sections of the Bhagavatam give us a foundation. Like without a foundation, you cannot build anything. Not like they're building that new bridge across the river. Maybe 1 year just making foundation. Then we can build something high. So Ram is known as Mahajada Purushottam. And Krishna, he is Lila Purushottam. Lila means activities. How does Krishna taste happiness? From morning to night, performing unlimited pastimes. He gives happiness to devotees of all rases, Das, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhuras. Therefore, Lila Purushottam. In any situation, Krishna is called Rasik Shekhar. He knows how to get some happiness from it. Therefore, he constantly morning to night doing pastimes, doing Lila. And who can count his Lilas? The Leelas that Krishna performs in one day, Ananta Shesh with thousands of mouths cannot describe. Unlimited. But still Krishna had two swarups. Leela Purushottam have two swarups. One is Krishna Chandra, one is Gaur Chandra. One is Shyam Sundar, one is Gaur Sundar. Krishna had two forms. So Lord Chaitanya Gaur Sundar, he is called Audauja Purushottam, Prem Purushottam. Prem Purushottam. Why Krishna doing Leela? But this Leela, it's not so easy to enter. Unless you're qualified, you cannot get the qualification to enter into Krishna's pastimes. What is the goal of this Krishna conscious movement? Lokabhaktu Leela Kaivalya Prayojanam. Vedanta Sutra say very clear. Our goal is to enter the pastimes of Krishna. But without qualification, you cannot enter. Just like I go to buy a Vitamalt, but I don't have enough money, I cannot purchase it. So in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Jaita tamam prapadyante tamstateva bhajahamya mamavatmanuvatmana manusa partha sarvas. O Partha, O Arjuna, you should know I reciprocate with everyone equally, according to their surrender. So Krishna is equal to everyone. What you want, he gives you. Like the materialists, they deny God, right? The scientists, the materialists, they deny God. They say life comes from matter. Combination of matter, combination of atoms produce consciousness. But they deny Krishna. So because they have so much faith in matter, Krishna makes their hearts like stone. Covers himself. And makes those persons fully absorbed in material enjoyment. That is Krishna's reciprocation. You want that? I give you that. The Buddhists who deny the form of God and say everything comes from nothing. What is the absolute truth? There is no God. There is no soul. Everything comes from a state of emptiness. That is called sunya. So how Krishna, he reciprocates with the Buddhists? By hiding himself. No. And what did they realize? Nothing. Emptiness. No. This is not Krishna's part, even though it looks like Krishna is giving different results to different persons. It's not a fact. He's giving everyone exactly what they want. Those devotees who worship him with awe and reverence, too much respect, Krishna appears before them in the form of Narayana. To the atheists, he appears to them in the form of death. To those who love him like a child, he appears to them as Yasodananda. To those who love him like a parent, those who love him like a beloved, Krishna appears before them as Kamadev himself. No? Radha Kanta. No? So Krishna is simply reciprocating with everyone's mood. And mood comes from association. Mood comes from association. Therefore, of all best things or good activities in this world, association with devotees is the topmost thing. We heard of this last night directly from the mouth of Mochi. Nothing can be equal to even a moment's association with a Vaishnava. How to love Krishna, they teach us. So, in simple language, Krishna is doing unlimited pastimes. If you read 10th canto, 10th canto is like 100 chapters of pastimes of Krishna. What Krishna did in Gokul, what Krishna did in Nandagam, what Leela Krishna did in Govardhan, Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, what Krishna did in Mathura, what Krishna did in Dwarka. That is 10th canto. But without love of Krishna, you cannot enter there. Like we hear in 10th canto, Lord Brahma came. Brahma means Adi Guru. But even he could not enter the pastimes of Krishna. He entered and he made some disturbance. Uddhav, even Uddhav, so high devotee, but he also had no place in Braj. He looking everything, he understands this is the highest, but he's just doing pranam. Bande Brajas, Bande Nanda Brajastri, Pada Renam Aviksanam, Yasam Harikatongitam, Puniti Bhavate Trayam. I give pranam to the gopis. Why? When they speak about Krishna, no, they kata. What they speak about Krishna, this purifies the three words. So even Uddhav doing pranam, we cannot enter. What to speak of Lord Shiva, also no place for him. Indra, he came, he just tried to kill Krishna and the Brijbasis. To defeat Indra, Krishna lifted Govardhan. The point is, even great personalities like Brahma, like Shiva, like Indra, like Narad, no place in Vrindavan, because no prema. They have prema, but not Braja prema, so they cannot enter Vrindavan. No. Amibina Braja prem diti nahi shakti, and this Braja prem, this prem, like the residents of Vrindavan, this is Krishna's own property. No one else can give that. Amibina Braja prem dita nahi shakti. Krishna says. Only I can give that prema. But you see in Krishna Lila, Krishna not giving that prema to anyone. No giving. Gurudev, I asked that question to Gurudev. Gurudev, did Krishna give prema to anyone? And Guru Maharaj said there's a little bit there when Krishna is talking about the trees of Vrindavan. Oh, Krishna, don't want Krishna glorifying Balaram. Oh, Baladev, look, these trees are great personalities. See, when you're walking, they're bowing down. They're offering their fruits and flowers to you. When they see you, they feel so much happiness. Tears are like honey dripping from them. This thing. Yeah. Then Guru Maharaj said, this is the only mention in the Bhagavatam of Krishna giving prem to some other person. The trees of Vrindavan. But the trees of Vrindavan, they are eternally perfected souls, probably most of them. Therefore, prema may be there, but unless you get the qualification, you cannot taste it. Therefore, abada karuna sindhu kateo maham, Lochan Das Thakur. Vrindavan is like a dam of nectar, like a flood of nectar. But that flood is kept in place by the wall. What is that wall? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, without qualification you cannot taste it. So then came devotees like God and Nitai. What did they do? They cut that dam. Like you make a hole in the dam, that flood comes. Therefore, who Krishna has prema but does not distribute. Therefore, who is that incarnation who distributes prema? That is Lord Chaitanya. He is called Prem Purushottam. Okay, Rishi, can you remember all these incarnations? Huh? Mahajara Purushottam Ram, Lila Purushottam Krishna, Prem Purushottam Lord Chaitanya. You've heard of Lord Chaitanya? He is called Prem Purushottam. Why? Krishna also tasting prema, but he's not distributing. So that incarnation who is tasting and distributing, we can think that is even more high. Even though Lord Chaitanya is Krishna, there's no difference between Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Still, their lila, their activities are different. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Prem Ras Nijas Koriti Aswadan Ragma Bhakti Lok Koriti Pochada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, who is he? He is Krishna, but he came to taste the mood of Radhika. In Vrindavan Lila, Krishna just tastes the mood of Krishna. But in this Navadvip Lila, Krishna is tasting the prem of Radhika. For that reason, he's called Prem Purusha. Therefore, he also changed his color because every mood has a color. Someone will say, okay, Krishna wanted to taste the love of Radhika, but why he took the color of Radhika? Because mood always has a color. So when we're angry, we become red. When we're afraid, we become white. When we're sick, we become green. What do you say? Yellow with envy? Is it yellow? When we're envious, we become yellow. Black with envy, right? They also say that, right? Each face be black, black with envy. So even this world, we have that idea. Every mood has a color. So the color of Ujjval Ras, that is black. Sham, the black color, that is mood of conjugal melody. But who tastes that mood, that is called Mahabhav, that is golden. So Krishna not took the mood of black, Sham Sundar. He took the golden complexion of Radhika to taste and also to distribute. So no incarnation can be more kind than Lord Chaitanya. Like here in Guyana, many people worshipping Krishna. But Krishna not give love of Krishna. Krishna not give prema. So one who worships Krishna but does not worship Lord Chaitanya, they will get perfection, no guarantee. But who worship Lord Chaitanya, they will get Krishna and they will get prema because both things are there. One thing is mood, one thing is ras, and one thing is bhav. Like we taste an ice cream. The ice cream is chocolate or whatever. This is like ras. The object of tasting. In Braj, Krishna is the object. Devotees like Nandi Yasoda, their love goes to Krishna. The love of the cowboys, their love goes to Krishna. The gopis like Radhika, Lalita, Chandravali, Tara and others, their love goes to Krishna. So Krishna Visayaka Prem Panchapurusata, Lord Chaitanya said. Krishna Visayaka Prem, Krishna with the object of Prem, Prema where the object is only Krishna, this is called Panchapurusata, the goal of life. So Krishna is Ras. Therefore, one name of Krishna is Rasaraj. Das, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhur, Shanta, Ras, 5 Mukhya Rasas. And the 7 Gauna Rasas, anger, Rodra, Vibhats, disgust, Bhayanak, fear. 7 rasas. And who's tasting all these 12 rasas? Krishna. So Krishna is called Rasaraj. He's giving all taste to everyone. Like if there's a chocolate ice cream, I'm looking at, Gopal's looking at, Shamsun was looking at, Madhava's looking at. The taste, that ice cream giving taste to everyone. So many devotees, but who's giving them taste? That is Krishna. He is Visaya, he is the Visaya Vigraha. He is the object of affection, object of prema. And who is giving the prema? That is devotee. That is called bhav. Just like Krishna is an ocean of ras, many demons also saw Krishna. But their hearts not melt with affection, tears not come from their eyes. Like we're hearing about this Kalyavan last night. Kalyavan and Jarasandha, they also saw Krishna face to face. They saw him. They're talking with him even. But their hearts not melt with affection because they have no mood. Their mood is to kill Krishna. Their mood, Krishna is my enemy. Understand? Just like you have no tongue, you cannot taste the ice cream. You have no bhav, you cannot taste Krishna. You cannot serve him. So we need 2 things. We need ras and we need bhav. Krishna has ras, but bhav comes from where? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he's the combined form of Radha and Krishna, understand all this, Shah? But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he's Krishna and Radhika in one form, he has Ras, he also has Bhav. So he can give, the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give something which even Krishna cannot give. What is that? Mood, prema. So very, very fortunate person in this Kali Yuga. They worship Radha Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'll say one more time. Fortunate persons in Kali Yuga, they worship Radha Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like in our altar, Radha Krishna are there. But without Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's not perfect, it's not complete. Because only Lord Chaitanya giving prema in Kali Yuga. Why? Because Radharani has some specialty. Radharani is so much kind. And Radharani is the department of Bhav, mood. All moods come from Radha. You know, the example given in Ramananda Roy's Samvad, if you take sugar cane and you boil it, it becomes molasses. Like today we went to Georgetown, we did Harinam. I saw these big containers near Stowrock, molasses containers. Did you see them? Huge. I've never seen them. Maybe these containers have like 60,000 liters of molasses. Anyway, so I just found that amazing. Like Demaru, the rum factory on the way to the airport, when you drive past, you can smell the molasses. So sugar cane, when you boil it, it becomes molasses. If you cook molasses, it becomes good, thick. If you do some more stuff to good, it becomes rock candy. Then it becomes white sugar, refined sugar. So Radhika is like refined sugar. No? Because all other moods condensed in her. No? All other moods in her. She is the source of all other moods. Like white sugar, inside white sugar there's molasses, there's sugarcane juice, there's gur, everything is there. Therefore, Radhika Surupa Krishna Prema Kalpalata. Radhika, she's called the wish-fulfilling device, she's the wish-fulfilling tree of Bhakti Ras. Whatever you want, Radhika give you. Like Krishna has so many servants. That mood of service come from where? Ultimately come from Radhika. Krishna has so many friends, that friend mood come from where? Ultimately come from Radhika. Because Radhika is the best friend of Krishna. Krishna had millions of mothers and fathers, like Rohini, Yasoda, Nanda Baba have 4 brothers, Subhadan, Ubhadan. They all have their wives, grandparents. This mood comes from what? This is also Radhika's mood. What to speak of the millions and millions of gopis of Krishna. Therefore, Radhika Surup Krishna Prema Kalpalata. Radhika is like the kripa, the latter, what's that? The kripa of Krishna Prema. The Anya Samigan Talapala Kutamata. All the other gopis are like leaves, twigs, and flowers on the vine of Radhika. So she is the source of everything. Therefore, when Gurudev said, become a servant of Radhika, it means everyone become Manjari? What do you think? No. If you want to serve Krishna in Vrindavan, only Radhika give that mercy. Just like when you join the army. I haven't joined the army, but I've heard. Like when you join the Marines, everyone has to go in general training, boot camp. Everyone. 3 months, 4 months, doing push-ups, doing chin-ups, doing running. Everyone has to do that. And after 4 months, when you finish, then you go in your communication section, artillery section, rifleman section, cooking section. So general recruitment is there. That is Nitinanda, general recruitment. And then specific, that is Radhika. She's giving everyone their place in Vrindavan. Those who want to service to Krishna, Radhika giving them that place. Those who want to serve Krishna like Vatsalya, Radhika giving, making all these arrangements. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give what even Krishna cannot give. What is that? Mood, love. Krishna knows only enjoying, he does not know more than that. But Radhika is the department of service. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has both. There's one story I heard. One time it was announced in Krishna's village where he lives in Vrindavan, that village is called Nandagaon. So announcement was there, everyone who wants nectar, come to Nandagaon. Like milk, just say milk but nectar. So everyone running, who doesn't want nectar? Everyone running, but nobody had any pot. Some pot have holes, some pot is too small, some pot is dirty, some pot is cracked. Some people have no pot, like Tarun Krishna. So gradually there's so much nectar may be there, but you're not qualified, no pot, you cannot catch anything. So all devotees, even though there was a flood of nectar in Krishna Lila, no one could take. Everyone became sad. Then another thing, everyone should come to Radharani's village of Vasana because her father is distributing free pots. Okay, then Nupam, what's going on the phone? Try and hear. Therefore, Krishna is an ocean of nectar, but you have no container, no pot, you cannot catch it. Therefore, Vrindavan, everyone chants, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe Bole Sab Krishna na Bole. Even when we chant Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone chants Radhika's name because she is distributing pot, qualification, mood, bhav. Madhanakya Mahabhav Maheshi Radhika. Therefore, Krishna's mercies you go to Radhika. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Radha Bhajana Jabi Krishna. Krishna Bhajana Jabi Mati Nahi Pele. Radha Krishna Bhajana Jabi Mati. Radhika Krishna Bhajana Jabi Mati Nahi Radha Bhajana Akarana. If your Krishna Bhajan not brought you to Radhika, your Krishna Bhajan useless. But Radhika, because in Braj-lila she's controlled by Krishna. The Icha Shakti is subordinate in Braj-lila. What Krishna wants, Radhika do that. That's why another reason everything choked. But in Gaur-lila, no. Gaur-lila distributing qualification. He not looking who is high or who is low. He just giving to everyone. We heard when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went through the forest of Jharkhand, he giving this mood even to elephants, tigers, deer, snakes, trees, kripa, grass, all is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. He's so merciful. Krishna not doing like that, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving. Just like I asked Rohini, give everyone here $100. US, no Guyana. Then you feel a little pain because only thing you have to give away. But if Anupam gave you $10,000, you give away $100, then you give like this because it's not yours. So in that way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving, why? Because this is Radha's prayer, not his. So he's giving like this. He's giving unrestricted. So merciful. Therefore we are too much lucky in this Kali Yuga. Somehow we came to Lord Chaitanya. Other sampradayas are there, but they cannot get prema because only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives prema. Even other sampradayas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written in this Navadvip Dham Mahatmya. In Kali Yuga, gradually, all other sampradayas will give up their differences and merge into the river of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's sampradaya. Even in like Ramanuja Sampradaya, they want prem for Lakshmi Narayan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving that. In the Sringadev Sampradaya, this Rudra Sampradaya, they worship Nrsingadev. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also giving prem from Nrsingadev. So what you want in Kali Yuga, you can get that thing only if you come to Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet. Therefore it said, Kali dosa nidarajan estahiyaka mahaguna kirtana deva krishna sya mukta sangam paravrata. This Kali Yuga is a notion of fault, but it has one amazing quality. Kirtana deva krishna sya, just by chanting Krishna, Krishna. So easy. No need big meditation, no need anything. All you need is a tongue. Like today we chanted Harinam. So easy, right? What you need, all you need is a tongue. Even if tongue is not working so well, still give result. Therefore, very intelligent persons in this Kali Yuga, they worship Krishna by the process of Nam Sankirtan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. They worship Krishna by this process. No? Therefore, in Bhagavatam is very nice verse. Deyam sada paribhavatam abhistatoham tithaspatam shiva parichi mutam saranyam pritatiham pradata potavam bhavati potam bande mahapurushite charanalavim tvakta sudustaya suryapsita raja lakshmi dharanishta aja vachasastara gadaramna mayamligam dayatam vatava bande mahapurushite charanalavim. These two verses are there in Bhagavatam. There was one king, Nimi Maharaj. This is only in the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. He saw he met the Navayogendras. The Navayogendras were the brothers of Bharat Maharaj. His father was Rishabdev, the incarnation of God. He had 100 sons. 9 were Paramahamsas, liberated souls, just doing bhajan. Bharat was king, he was Kshatriya, and the other 90 were Brahmins. So when Nimi Maharaj met, this is all very important in 11th canto, very important discussions of it. All these topics Krishna spoke to Uddhav before Krishna went back to Goloka Vrindavan. 11th canto Bhagavatam. Everyone had Bhagavatam in the house? Yes? Have Anubhav? Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj said everyone had Bhagavatam in the house, but no one ever read it. It's out there in the library. Samsuna, where are you? Reading Bhagavatam. Try to read it. So then Nimi Maharaj, he met the Navayogendras and many, many questions he asked. Especially important, who are the different incarnations who appear in the different yugas? Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. If you see 11th canto. So what are the symptoms of the incarnation of Satya Yuga? He will be white complexion, he will teach meditation. Who is that? Swan incarnation. You see, Hams avatars, all instructions to the 4 Kumaras about meditation. Who is the incarnation of Treta Yuga? He is red, his name is Yagesh, he teaches Yajna. Who is the incarnation of Dwapara Yuga? That is Krishna directly. And who is the incarnation of Krishna, who appears in Kali Yuga? He'll be golden complexion. And he will teach Krishna Varanam Trisat Krishna Sangha Upangasta Pashana Yagneya Sankitana Prayajati Hishrumedas. He's Krishna, but he is not black. Krishna Varanam Trisat Krishna. Who is this incarnation? He is Krishna, but who is not black. What's the opposite of black? Really? Golden, like Radhika. Who's the opposite? Who's next to Krishna? That's Radhika. Her complexion is golden complexion. So Akrishna means Radhika's complexion. So he is Krishna, but he is not black, golden complexion. Varna also means syllables. And what's he doing? Krishna Varna. All time, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Okay, Narayan, what's he doing? Mr. Potato Head? He's Krishna, but he's always chanting the syllables. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And he comes, Sa'angu Pangastapash, he comes with his associates like Rupa and Sanatana. He comes with his bodily limbs like Advaita and Nityananda. And those who are most intelligent worship him in this Kali. So all these verses, Jiva Goswami gives very big explanation of this in the Bhagavad Sandara, if you read. So then come two verses describing the activities of this incarnation. Dayam sada parimamadishta bhota titaspada shiva banichim yudam sada. I worship that Mahapurush. Mahapurush means Mahaprabhu. What did he do? He fulfills the desires of everyone. His lotus feet are like a boat that take the souls of Kali Yuga easily across the ocean of birth and death. Therefore, he is worshipped even for people like Brahma and Shiva. Who is Brahma? Brahma also came in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila as Haridas Thakur. And Shiva, he came in the form of Advaita Acharya. He removes the distress of everyone. So here in the commentary, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur tells two stories. Which devotees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took across the ocean of birth and death? Which devotees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu removed all their unhappiness? Granny, don't sleep, sorry. So two famous devotees are there. One is Vasudev. One was Vasudev Vipra. And another one, also maybe his names. We can check. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going to South India, what was his name of the guy? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going village to village. And everywhere he went, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, everywhere. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Pahimam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Raksham. Whoever saw Lord Chaitanya became pure Vaishnava, Mahabharata, just by seeing him. Whoever saw that Mahabharata also became Mahabharata. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread bhakti through the whole of South India. So in this village, and Lord Chaitanya would go village to village. There's one scripture, it's not a scripture, it's just like one man writing like in a newspaper or something. It's not in Chaitanya Charitamrita like this. Just an ordinary man who said, yesterday what happened? One golden sannyasi came with millions of followers. All night they chanted, danced. The whole village was destroyed because millions of people. And all were intoxicated like mad elephants. The whole village was destroyed. But everyone, no one cared, everyone happy. And in the morning he would go to the next village and all these people would just follow. Because so many millions of people, all the villages would get crushed and destroyed, but no one cared. Everyone so happy, so peaceful. So there was one devotee, I think his name was Vasudev. He had leprosy. I think, even, remember last time we were in Trinidad, we went to the leper hospital? Remember? In the big boat? You were who was with us? Anyway, one very wealthy man, he had this huge boat, and somehow we went on the boat and we went to this island near Trinidad. I remember the boatman would say, don't go on the other side of the island because the pirates from Venezuela will kidnap you. He said. But that used to be a leper hospital. So even 100 years ago, that was there. To have leprosy is a very bad disease, so they always kept separate from society. So there was one devotee, he was a Brahmin, he had leprosy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his village, but he didn't know because he was outside. And in the morning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. Vasudev Vipra, that was his name, Vasudev. So when Vasudev came in the morning and he heard, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he gave prema to everyone. Then Vasudev felt so much sad, I missed him. Imagine, we are here for millions and millions and millions of lifetimes, and the Supreme Lord comes and you miss him? Like today, Turin missed Harinara. So Vasudev Vipra, he was so merciful, so kind. He was filled with worms. If a worm would fall off his body, he would pick it up and put it back. Means he's soft. You can understand that he's on a very high level. If that was us, we'd kill it. But he's so much merciful to everyone. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my devotees should also be like a tree. Everything a tree has is for others. Not fruits, bark, leaves. Tree not keeping for himself anything. So devotees, we should be like that. Whatever wealth we have, whatever knowledge we have, whatever we have, we should use for the benefit of others. That means try to serve this Sankirtan mission, body, mind, and words. So when he came and he heard Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and left, and I missed him, then Vasudev fell unconscious. And Krishna is very kind. If someone too much happy, they can fall unconscious. But if someone too much sad, they also fall unconscious. In this way, Krishna always gives us some too much pain that you don't feel right. So when Vasudeva was unconscious, Lord Chaitanya felt something pulling him back like a magnet. Already he'd gone 1 or 2 kilometers to the next village. But he felt something pulling him back. That was the devotion of Vasudeva, who was unconscious. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went and picked up Vasudeva and embraced him. Then Vasudeva's body became so like gold, like a demigod, so beautiful, so perfect. But Vasudeva not became happy by that. He became unhappy. Because when you have money, everyone asks, who are you? But when you have nothing, people ask, sorry. When you have money, when you have youth, when you have beauty, people ask, how are you? But when you have nothing, people ask, hey, who are you? So he said, when I was leprous, when I had leprosy, I'm alone, happy. No wife, no children, no business, nothing, Haribol. But now I'm very beautiful, then I gain wife, children, relatives, business, responsibility. So he said, this is not your mercy, Lord, that you make me like a demigod, like beautiful. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him also prema. By touching him, he gave love of God, prema bhakti to him. Then Vasudeva wanted to go with Lord Chaitanya. But Lord Chaitanya said, no, you stay here. You do bhajan with your family and you teach everyone by your example. So this is Vasudeva Vipra. On another Brahmin, his name was Kurma Vipra, another. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to his village, then he hosting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, serving Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the morning when he left, then Kurma Vipra weeping, I cannot tolerate your separation, these waves of separation. Take me with you, I want to go. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, you stay here. Guru Amaragya Guru Han Tare Desh. My order, you stay here and you become Guru. You initiate. You spread the name of Krishna everywhere. This is my instruction for you. Stay with your family, become Guru and preach. Then Kurma Vipra said, no, but I'm afraid I have so much, maybe so much pride will come. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, if you chant always the name of Krishna, these things will never touch you. You follow my instruction. So especially these two devotees, Kurma Vipra and Vasudeva Vipra, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he's commenting the Chaitanya Desh Anubhashya of Chaitanya Charitamrita, he explained. So, Deyam Sada Parivamadiga Abhishtato. I give pranam to that Mahapurush, that Supreme Personality of God. He fulfills the desire of everyone. Tirthaspadam Shiva Parichi Nutam Sarana. Tirthaspadam means his feet are the refuge of all holy places. Or by the touch of his lotus feet, places become holy. Another meaning is those lotus feet went everywhere to all the different holy tirthas. You know, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he do after sannyas? He went to Puri, he went to South India, he went to West India, he went to North India. So he visited all the holy places, giving mercy everywhere. He was worshipped even by Brahma and Shiva. His lotus feet, his instructions are like the perfect boat to cross the ocean of birth and death. I give my pranam to that Mahapurush. This is Bhagavatam verse. And the first verse is even more indirect. How's that phone going? Come on. Only once a day we have class. People try. Forget the phone for 1 hour. Try and hear. So this verse is also very hidden. One time in Malaysia, I asked Gurudev, why the Bhagavatam describe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a very indirect way? Then Guru Maharaj said, Parakshavada Mama Priya. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, indirect speech is very dear to me. And Guru Maharaj gave an example. Imagine some woman, what? Like today we saw some guy, remember, walking around with no clothes and stuff. Anyway, this is like a mad person. Hey, oh my God. And even women, even though a man or a body should be attractive, like if some naked woman's walking the street, we call the police, one mad person is there. Just have no beauty when everything's naked, open. But Guru Maharaj said that same lady, she put on a very fine sari. She would cover herself, then she looked very attractive. So when something's covered, when something's hidden, this is very dear to Krishna. Actually, gopi means to hide. They always conceal their affection for Krishna. So Guru Maharaj said when something is given indirectly in a hidden way, it appears even more beautiful, more attractive. And then Gurudev said a very interesting thing. If the Bhagavatam would directly describe the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so many people would claim, I'm the incarnation of Krishna. I am Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like this guy last night, red man. He followed one Kripalu. Kripalu directly said, I am Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He directly said. What nonsense. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu born in Bengal. But this guy don't even know Bengali. But people cheating like this in Kali. That's why everything given a little indirect, a little hidden way. So this verse appears to be describing Lord Rama. Tvatta sadustaja surachita raja lakshmi. Dharamishta ajavachaspadagara. I give pranam to that Mahapurush, Supreme Lord. He gave up the abode of Lakshmi and went to the forest, being very obedient to the curse of a Brahman. He chased an illusory deer into the forest. I give pranam to that Mahapurush. Everyone thinks this refers to Lord Ram, right? Lord Ram's father, Dasarath Maharaj, was cursed by one Brahman. As I am dying in pain of separation from my son, you will die in separation from your son. So Ram, what did he do? He gave up the abode of the goddess of fortune, Ayodhya, that is the abode of Lakshmi, and he went to the forest. And what did he do? He saw an illusory deer and chased that into the forest and gave pranam to the Supreme Lord. So 99% of people think this refers to Lord Ram. But the answer to this question, the incarnation of Lord in Treta Yuga, had already been spoken 10 or 15 verses before. So why would the Navayogendras refer, when they're talking about Kali Yuga, again refer to Lord Ram from Treta Yuga? No. Because Treta Yuga incarnation had already been discussed. And the question was, what is the symptom of the incarnation of Kali Yuga? So how this verse refers to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, many, 99% of people who explain the Bhagavatam cannot answer these things. Actually, Madhusudana Maharaj told, when he first came to Vrindavan, because his village is Ram Bhakti, and he was worshipping Ram. Then he came to Vrindavan, he met Didi, and he stayed there with Didi like maybe a year. But still he not accept Lord Chaitanya, because he never heard of Lord Chaitanya. He said, why I worship some Bengali Bhagavan? I never heard of him. I heard of Krishna, I heard of Ram, I never heard of anyone else. So like this, he not accepting. Then one day Didi became very angry with him. If you don't accept Lord Chaitanya, I cannot accept you at all, you get lost. You go away. But I not keep you anymore if you don't accept Lord Chaitanya. Then Maharaj said, that night he too much thinking. Didi is so high class, Vaishnava. She is my guru. If she accepts Lord Chaitanya, why? I'm not accepting many things. Then every day in Radha Damodar, Maharaj would give little katar in Prabhupada's room. And that next day this topic came up. This verse means what? Then Maharaj explained in the Gaudiya Vaishnava. He said, I don't know, some mercy of Didi, some mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then I can little understand it. Because being a big scholar is not enough to get the mercy of Bhagavan. But some mercy of Vaishnava, some mercy of Bhagavan, then you understand who is Lord Chaitanya. So Mahaprabhu explains in his own life when Lord Chaitanya came back from Guyana, he taken initiation from his guru, Ishwar Puri. That time he fully changed. No more Nimai Pandit. Now, Bhakti Nimai. When he explained anything, he always explained about Krishna, Krishna's name. And day and night, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. When he came back, he fully changed. He showed him the importance of sadhusanga, the importance of diksha. He gave example in his life. Every day Lord Chaitanya would chant in the house of Srivas Thakur, but they would lock the door. No non-devotee cannot enter. Only devotee can come inside. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they would dance in the ecstasy, in the mood of Radhika, in the mood of Ras Lila, actually. So many people tried to come inside, the door is locked. One day when Nimai was coming outside, one Brahmin who was very angry. Oh Nimai, why you lock the door? I also want to see the chanting and dancing. I curse you, you will lose everything. Lose everything means sannyas. Of course, Supreme Lord is not affected by any curse, but he accepted. Oh, very good. I will lose everything. So because the curse of a Brahman, he took sannyas. And what did he do? He left Navadvip, which is the abode of the goddess of fortune, who is Mahalakshmi Vishnupriya. So he gave up Vishnupriya. He gave up the loving affection of Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Maharaj, Jagannatha, Sri Gadadhara Pandit, and Sri Jagadish Pandit, Hiranya, Murari. He gave up everything. And Hare Krishna, shaved his head. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. He left Navadvip and took sannyas. And Maya Mriga? Who is Maya Mriga? Maya Mriga means a deer bewildered by Maya. In Ram Leela, it's a deer made of Maya. But in Kali Yuga, it's a deer bewildered by Maya. Who is the deer bewildered by Maya? Us. Like the deers in the forest, you have everything. Fruits, grass, everything. But you see in the distance, in the desert, a mirage. The desert, when it shined on the sand, it looked like water. So the foolish deer, what does he do? He gives up the forest where he has everything. And he enters the desert chasing the mirage. There's no water. What is there? Illusion. That is like us. We have given up the seva of Radha Krishna. And every day we give up the seva of Radha Krishna. And what we're doing? Chasing bok choy, chasing celery. I will do this, I will be happy. Like when we're young age, and then when we're small, if I can get a football, I'll be happy. Then you pray, oh Dad, give me a football for Christmas. You get a football after 5 days, you don't want to see it again. If I could get this, I'll be happy. We go to school. In school, the big children beat you. When I become big, then I'll become happy. We go to high school, more suffering. Problem with the teachers, problem with the other students. Then puberty, when desires come, so many more problems. Oh, I have no money, if I can get a nice job, I'll get money, I'll be happy. Then he goes to university. He suffers another 4 years in university. Where's Rasapriya? Where is she? How's that biology course go? If I finish this, I'll be happy. Then we get some job. Now if I can get a job, I'll be happy. Then I can maintain my wife and children. Then we get wife and children. It's another suffering. When wife and children have grown up, then I'll be happy. Then grandchildren come. I'll take sannyas. Teeth falling out, hair gone. Just let me finish, Maharaj, 1-2 more years, then I'll be finished everything. That never happened. Like the deer, always going, no, we are not just Gopal, not just Radha, everyone, we're all like that. If I can just do this, or fulfill my desire, I'll be happy. Like the deer going into the desert more and more. So who is the deer bewildered by Maya? That is all the souls in Kali Yuga. We've all given up Radha Krishna's seva. We've given up Harinam. Sometimes we do 1 hour, half an hour, but the rest, where is our mind? We're running. And what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do in Kali Yuga? He chased us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. Why he did this? To attract the jivas, to catch the jivas. No other incarnation did that. Like we hear yesterday, even Krishna. Kali Yavan chasing, Krishna running. Because meat eater. Krishna running from him. Krishna sees Gopal or else he run from us. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never ran from even these type of persons. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chased them. Mayavadis, fault finders. Cannot imagine. Everywhere he went, he never locked the door to anyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So please, brothers and sisters, we should take shelter of Lord Chaitanya, try and follow his instructions, pray for his mercy, because he is Radha Krishna. One time I asked Bhagavan, should we think of Lord Chaitanya? Then I remember he became a little stunned when I asked him. And he's thinking, we pray to Lord Chaitanya, please reveal yourself in my heart as Radha Krishna. So with offenses, we cannot approach Radha Krishna. So when we have Nam Aparad, Vaishnava Aparad, Seva Aparad, then we should approach Radha Krishna in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when we worship him and he frees us from all our offenses, sins and ignorance, then we can see how he is Radha Krishna. But there is no other way to approach Radha Krishna except through Lord Chaitanya. Through his instructions, through his teachings, and especially through the mercy of his devotees. Vicharja Dharmam, Paricharja Vishnu, Vicharja Kitam, Paricharja Vedam, Bina Gora Priyam, Mahapada Seva, Vedanta Duspaka, Vedara Pada. You may follow Varnashram perfectly. You may worship the deity perfectly. You may visit all the holy places. Without the mercy of a very dear devotee of Lord Chaitanya, you cannot get that prema, which even the Vedas cannot find. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's all mercy comes in the form of Didi Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Pragyan, this level of Vaishnava. So their mercy we can get something. So now it's a little late. Something. When we're outside we cannot speak on these topics. There's many different type of persons coming in the audience. This is Radha Govinda Gaudiya Math. Gaudiya Math means where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, Gauda Desh. This type of bhakti, the place where this type of bhakti comes from. That is Gauda Desh, and to present that in all the different countries around the world, that is Gaudiya Math. So today we have nice Sankirtan. What's it called? Stavro. Unfortunately it rained the whole time. So Saturday morning we'll do another Harinam in this local market. We'll go a little early before it becomes hot. Gopal free? Come on. Did he say only someone who has a mountain of security can go on Harinam? Did he say like that? Only someone who has so much security they can go on Harinam. So today we're a little lucky, no? So we'll do again on Saturday. Please everyone come. Because people will never come to the temple, so sometimes the temple have to go outside. But they say the mountain won't go to Muhammad, so Muhammad have to go to the mountain. People will not come to hear. So the devotee are very kind. They give people a chance to hear by force. This is good for them, of course, and good for us. Sri Sachinandan Gaura Hari Ki Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whoa! So listen, we want to listen. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare